I
Hello, everybody! And welcome to that place between realities. Welcome to the diaries. Well, be deep is what I say at this time of night because I've got my dinner in process of being created, and right now the beep beep is telling me that something in the microwave is thawed out, and now I can cook it. So, I'm going to do that in just a matter of moments, but first, this is the episode before the Thanksgiving episode, and I want to get some stuff in here. Now, one or two episodes ago, it might have been two, I mentioned that I was going to be making a page for Darkslade games. I'm doing that, actually I'm doing it tonight. I'm actually in the process of doing it right now. But I have something else I'm doing. As you know, I have a band called Waiting for Waffles. It is like 2/3 of my life exists with Waiting for Waffles. So what did I do with the other third? I sleep, make dinner. No, it's very, very important. It's a very important project for me because, I miss the days of playing in a band. I can't wait to play live. I'm not in a hurry, but I can't wait to do it. Most of everything we do is studio. But we're in the process of getting ready to put together our set list so we can play live. However, that being said, I have two other music projects. Now, they are not up there with Waiting for Waffles as far as, how important they are. They're close, but they're not there. One of them is my own personal project, which I'm doing. I did one probably about 15 years ago, and I released a CD on CD Baby called Things Are Going to Die and We're All Going to Be Doing Happens. No, it was called something else. Better Times Are Coming, that's what it was. And it was mostly bluesy rock. Well, I have a new project under my name again, Edward Darkslade. Project's called Badlands, and it's basically Gothic country or dark country. That's my personal project that I am doing. I have another project that I'm doing with one of my ex-cast members, and a musician, and we're kind of doing this mystery thing. Although part of the mystery's out because I'm telling you about it, and that is a band project called 6 of 1. We have one song. We haven't released it, but it's been posted, and it's going to be posted on YouTube as well. I'm going to post these also, and I'm going to post them I'm going to post the first ones on the Waiting for Waffles channel, but I'm going to put a notice that there's a new channel, which is Matter of Fact Records, which is what we released. I've released everything since 1998 with Toonsmith, or it was in the 1990s, wasn't it? I'm getting old. Anyway, Matter of Fact Records, which was part of Matter of Fact Film, which was something that I worked on and came up with a name for, but it never went anywhere. So there's going to be a new channel for that, and it's going to have 6 of 1 and Edward Darkslade. That's also happening very soon. The game thing is going to be first, though, because I want to get the word out on that so people can see what's coming, so when I do release them, hopefully I'll get a fan base that will want to play them. Right now they're going to get released on itch.io, but as soon as the funds allow it, I'm going to release them on Steam. So that's kind of the exciting stuff going on. Other things going on is the Adventureland porch is sitting there in the darkness right now because I took down the stuff for Halloween, but I haven't rebuilt it up yet, or even started actually. I've had a lot of things on my mind recently. So some of that will be on here, will be on here. Will be on here, will be on here, will be on here, will be on here. Yes. and some other things that are going on. It is, after all, November. It's we're not quite through halfway through my favorite things, which is October, November, December. There will be a Thanksgiving episode, just like I do every year, and that will be coming up. That will probably show up after this one, but if it shows up before this one, don't be too surprised. And other things of that nature. So, without any further ado, sorry, that's actually just PlayStation noise. Anyway, let's get going! I want to tell you about something I've noticed on Facebook. Oh, it's about Facebook. Must be a gripe.
It's Eddie's Weekly Gripe. Yeah. It's Eddie's Weekly Gripe. Woo! Yeah. It's Eddie's Weekly Gripe.
Yeah. As many of you know, or hopefully all of you know, I cook. I love to cook. I take pride in things that I cook. And recently I was looking up a recipe, which I found, but in my search I came across a couple of Facebook channels that were supposed to be cooking things. I say supposed to be. Several of them were. Some of them were supposed to be. It kind of frosts me that people will pass off certain things as how to make this the greatest, you'll never eat it any other way again, and so forth, on things that they apparently have no idea how to cook in the first place. There's one, now I'm not going to mention any Facebook names, okay, because that would not be fair. But there's this one particular guy, he's on there quite a bit. I think his wife works with him, or some other guy, or it's the other way around sometimes, that makes this stuff. He says, you're going to love it, it's going to be so good, blah, blah, blah. And while he's making it, you hear the other person in the background, oh, that looks awesome. Oh, are you going to do this? That look, it's complete and utter crud. Anyway, I almost said what I was going to say. Anyway, and what this guy does is he takes some perfectly good food and he screws it up entirely. One thing that he did, I remember this one that started with him boiling chicken. Now, boiled chicken, people do boil chicken. But when he starts, he puts this in the water, boiling water, and he says, now don't worry, the skin is going to come out crispy, it's going to be great. And when he's done, of course, well, when you boil chicken, nothing comes out crispy. And it made me think, dude, did you review this before you posted it? Or did you just spout a bunch of dumb crapola and then just, put it together, kind of like what I do? Because it was, yeah. Anyway, so he had 4 chicken legs he was doing this with, and when he was adding spices, he would take like big containers of paprika and on top of everything, and then, we're going to take some of this salt and this cheese and just poured it, just tons of it on there. And when it got to the end of the video, one of the pieces of chicken was missing. I don't know if he dissolved it with all the spicing he was adding, or if he threw it away or what, but in the end, he had this soggy chicken that looked like it had been painted red. And he said, now you try this, it's going to be great, you're going to love it. And he apparently takes a bite out of it, or he has someone else take a bite out of it. Oh, yeah, that's so good. But the bite is taken off screen, because no one's going to take a bite of that. It's distressing to someone who likes to cook to see someone giving out such bad advice. Now, the other thing that's been driving me bananas is cheese. And this time when I say cheese, I mean cheese. It seems like every recipe that you see on Facebook, at some point in time, they add shredded mozzarella, shredded cheddar, shredded jack, shredded this, shredded that. They're always piling in tons of cheese and these different things. Now, it doesn't matter what the recipe is. And it doesn't matter what it's for. It doesn't matter what you're cooking. somewhere in there, they throw in a ton of cheese. Now, if you think that I'm exaggerating, I dare you to go and look for any of these Facebook things where they're cooking, any pages that is about cooking. And if you don't see them pouring cheese on just about, notice I said just about, every recipe that they show, then I won't do anything about it. But I'm telling you that I have never seen so much cheese poured on so much different food. If they were making ice cream sandwiches, they'd be putting cheese on it. Cheese is a wonderful thing. I love cheese as much as anyone else. Everyone who knows me knows that. But for the love of Pete, it doesn't have to go on everything. Well, it's been about 2.5 weeks since Halloween, which means it's almost Thanksgiving, and I haven't gotten anywhere on the porch. But what I do have is a large quantity of birdseed sitting on a tray here, which I'm going to donate to the local wildlife. Now, the concept is still the same from what I'm planning to do. I have black shoelaces just to prove it. But the trick is getting, financially I'm not in a great shape at the moment still. I mean, that's changing, but it hasn't changed yet. So I don't have money to go out and get new greenery. And the stuff that I have left is a little wanting. So I've got to kind of work with what I've got here. I still have the canvas. This used to be the canvas on the awning. I got all the tiki heads, which I'm going to put up against here and over here. I have to figure out what I'm going to do about this window, too. And let's see. Well, that didn't do anything. There we go. Let's shed a little light on the subject. And I got to recharge the, well, I did recharge the flame lights, but I don't have a location for them as of yet. I have tikis. I have more heavy wood what dowel. I have my Ungawa stick. And I got the pirate flag, which I am going to use, but it's going to be a background piece. Then, you remember these? I found these at Hobby Lobby while it was still here. I say these, and I'm only holding up one. Here's the other one. Here we go. And then a few others that I've gotten from different points in time. Some I can put across here. I need to find a location. Now, this chair is the one that I'm planning to use, if it'll hold my big fat butt. It's the one I'm going to use over here, where the camera is now. And then I have the alleged wrapped up crate, which is basically just to hold stuff underneath that doesn't go up front. And this is really bugging me. You know what, I think I'm going to fix, you couldn't see that, but I'm going to show you now, and I'm going to fix it now too. This here is sagging down. And I have to find a place where the wood, oh, it's right there. Keep trying to hammer through my thumb. Whoop. I went down a little further than I expected. There. Yeah, it's not straight. It's not supposed to be, but it's not also not supposed to go like it was doing. So I have a plan for this wall here, and what I'm thinking of doing is when I can afford to get some greenery, I'm going to get some hanging vines, and I'm going to put them across here, fasten them to the ceiling so they hang here, unevenly, of course. And then I might. No, I'm not going to put the flag there, but just some stuff. I might put reed across the back too, if that'll work. And then I can cable up the speaker, and this part at least will be ready to go. I still have the light down there, I just haven't used it for a while. That works, sort of. All right. Yes, it's actually later in the day than I usually work on this stuff, but just felt good coming outside for a little while. That goes there. Whoop. You weren't supposed to turn yourself on. Need to get a new one. I need to get a new a lot of things. Okay, so what I have here, down here, is what's left of the plant parts that have not been totally destroyed. There's not a lot, but there is a fern. This is a good one here. Got an idea where I'll use that. And that's it. Now, this isn't too much good because it doesn't look like pampas grass. It looks like beaker. So I have to lay this out and flatten it down, and hopefully it'll stay that way. Or I could twist it. I don't know. Depends where I use it, I suppose. Now this thing here, like that. This. Alright, so this thing here I can probably use at the deck right here. It's pretty good size. Let's see what I can do with it. Okay, so I put it behind where the pump is, but it's so messed up. Well, that's kind of working. Yeah. And look, there's a light shining up on it. Well, that looks pretty darned okay if you ask me. It looks pretty darned okay even if you don't ask me. Go ahead and ask me. Yeah, it looks pretty darned okay. There was a time when I used to go out and get stuff like, you know, foliage for the porch or whatever I was using for my home, and or working on films. And I just haven't got the money anymore. And at one time, I thought that I was financially strapped, but whew, times they change, don't they? For the most part. But I got some of that stuff now on the porch, and it's like a major thoroughfare out there today. I don't know why, but it's people coming and going all over the place. It's a little distracting. So what I've got done, and I also don't have anything else I can put out there. Now what I do need to do is I need to get into my storage unit and get out my Christmas decorations. Which are, fortunately, I thought ahead this time, and they're only under one layer of stuff instead of under three. So between this episode and the Thanksgiving episode, I think I will do that. And then we'll see where things go from there. Yeah. You know, I got this basically for display because it's, for those of you who didn't see the episode, this is from the lot of these rose glasses that were used or are used in the Haunted Mansion on the dining table. And I got the lot number and I found one. I found a whole mess of these, but I found one from that lot, so I figured if I'm going to take it, I'm going to have it, I might as well use it for my very cold sodas. We're going to end this episode right here and now, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm editing it. Well, it should be on that screen, but it's hasn't loaded up yet. Anyway, I'm editing it, and I want to get it up before Thanksgiving, so it will not be in Thanksgiving episode. The Thanksgiving episode will be at the end of the week. So I need to wrap this up and put it in a little package with a bow and send it out to YouTube for you to enjoy or sleep through, whichever. I do both. Next episode will be the Thanksgiving episode. I hope you're here for this. We will start it in the morning with breakfast, and it will go through the day. We're going to get the Christmas gear out. We're going to start putting up Christmas lights and decorations. We're going to put on the Christmas music. We're going to cook the dinner, have the dinner in the evening, and fun will be had by all, or at least by me. Hopefully by all. And then after that, we'll be back onto our theme and our stuff too. So that'll be coming up in the next episode, Thanksgiving episode. Please don't miss that one. In the meantime, you guys have yourselves a great 5 days. End of line.